Alright, so there's this new style of content that's going viral on YouTube, racking up some incredible views. And these two channels have recently exploded from creating these very intriguing style of content. The videos mostly come in two unique styles. First is a crafting style, where it features a master craftsman who slowly builds a life-size sculpture of a celebrity. They do this by weaving each body part separately, from bamboo strips, rattan rings, green palm leaves, and then combining them to create the full life-size version of the celebrity. So you'll see characters like Mr. Bean, Cristiano Ronaldo, Charlie Chaplin, Messi, and a whole bunch of different celebrities. Then there's the second style, which is based on survival, but not the same shelter construction survival style content that went viral this year. The kind of survival style video that these guys are creating involves someone being chased by 2 or 3 wild animals, and then they enter a shelter that they've already created, and then the story transitions into exploring the very elaborate shelter in one continuous video demonstration. So it's like having a cameraman following the character, moving from room to room, and in some cases, the character even performs some kind of action inside each room they visit. This makes the videos really interesting, leading to the ridiculous numbers that these channels are pulling in. The first channel was actually created in January this year, which makes it only about 2 months old, but they're almost clocking 400,000 subscribers with 200 million views, which is just insane. That's a brand new channel created this year, and it's one of the most viral ones currently on YouTube. The views their videos are getting are simply amazing, as you can see from these numbers. However, if you think this is amazing, you won't believe the numbers on the second channel. That one was created just this February, but they already have more than 1.6 million subscribers from only uploading 20 videos. All of this from a channel that was created less than 2 months ago. Now, I did some research to see if anyone was teaching how to create these videos from scratch, but I didn't find any real tutorials that teach how to actually create similar style videos like these guys. So I decided to put in the hard work and reverse engineer both video styles in just a few steps, and that's what I'm going to be carrying you through in this video. It doesn't matter whether you want to focus on crafting, survival, or both. By the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to create similar style videos. And as usual, I've made it simple by putting together all the prompts that you'll need for this niche inside a Google Doc, which will be available on Discord and Skool. Feel free to grab them using the links in the description and the pinned comment. Guys, these prompts took days to put together and get them working properly. So I'd appreciate it if you hit those like and subscribe buttons if you find the video helpful, to give you a glimpse of what you'll be able to create. By the end of this video, let's take a look at a short demo that I made using the same exact process we're about to go through. Now, the first thing you need to do is to make sure the Google Doc is open. You'll notice 2 tabs on the left. The first one is the master prompt for the crafting video, and the second is for the survival style. Let's start with the first one. Make sure you copy everything under the crafting master prompt and then open your text generator. I personally don't recommend ChatGPT or even Grok for this niche. Based on my tests, Claude does a better job and has a way of simplifying everything, even creating an interactive user interface to improve the entire experience. Also, it can handle the word count for the prompts that will be generated without issues. So make sure you paste your copied prompt into Claude and don't make any changes at all. Just paste it exactly as it is and hit enter. What happens next is that Claude will first give you a welcome message, and then it creates an interactive wizard, a selection screen for you to pick your celebrity character. You'll see options like Mr. Bean, Albert Einstein, Barack Obama, Elon Musk, and others. You can choose one of those or type in whatever character you want. I'm going to go with Albert Einstein. Once you click on your selected character, the AI is going to generate all the image prompts accompanied by their corresponding video prompts to simplify the entire process. You should have about 9 separate scenes for the entire video. Now, the first scene usually starts with the person weaving the head of the character, then it moves on to the torso, and then one of the arms. Each of these is done separately, so it makes it very easy to animate. Then the head and arms are attached to the figure, and the other arm is woven on as well, before finally the other leg is woven and attached to the figure. So, most of the parts are created separately, with only a few things done on the main figure. What you'll do is open your preferred image generator. However, since this involves celebrities, you need a tool that can actually generate celebrity images without any issues. In this case, since we're doing Albert Einstein, the tool needs to be comfortable generating content with his likeness. I'm using Nano Banana Pro inside Higgsfield, but feel free to go with whichever tool that can get the job done for you. Make sure you paste the prompt, select Nano Banana Pro, and set the aspect ratio to 9:16. For the quality, you can go anywhere from 1K to 4K depending on what you want. I'm going to go with 2K, but you can go with 4K if you prefer. Choose the number of output and then generate. Now, I'm using a similar Weaver character to the channel we're modeling. So, if you want to use something different, feel free to change it inside the master prompt. This image came out looking really good. So, to make sure the man weaving the character remains consistent, the first image should be added as a reference for the next scene. What you'll do is select the image you want to use, I'm going with this one, and add it to the prompt as a reference. Then bring in the next scene prompt and paste it in. As you can see, we now have options for the torso of the character, and they all look good. You get to decide which one you want to use and proceed with the next part for the isolated images. For scenes which involve assembling the already created parts, don't forget to add the images of those parts as references. For consistency, keep this up till you're done with all of your images, and then move on to the animation. This part is pretty straightforward. Make sure your image has been added as the start frame inside your video generator. I'm using Kling 3.0 model for this demonstration. Paste the video prompt, and the result should be ready in a short while. In case the result doesn't come out right, feel free to regenerate till you get exactly what you want. You don't need to do anything out of the ordinary. Once all your clips are ready, you only need to put them together inside your video editor. Simple as that. Before we dive into the next part, I need to share something that can help your growth as a content creator. If you're struggling to get your videos in front of viewers, or you want people to actually find your videos, you can't ignore SEO. That's search engine optimization. Creating content is just one part of content creation. You need to find the right trending topics that your audience are interested in. Essentially, outliers that can blow up your channel. Use the right tags and keywords so your content can actually make it to the top of the search results. It's basically the secret sauce behind getting your content in front of the right audience. And one tool I've been using that makes it way easier is vidIQ. It takes out the guesswork by helping creators with all of these and more. You can see what's working for other creators in your niche, track your video performance, and even get suggestions that can help your views and subscribers grow faster. And the best part is that you don't need to break the bank to start using this tool. You can actually sign up for this tool for only $1 and use it for a full month. Also, besides helping with SEO, you can leverage some of their features in your niche research process. In fact, it's the very tool that helped speed up my process when I was looking for a good niche to share with you guys. So, if you're ready to level up your content creation game, the link will be in the description. Now let's get back to our second content style for this niche, which is survival. So for this style of content, you have some kind of wild animal chasing a character, and then the character enters a shelter they've built. From there, you seamlessly follow the character as they move through different rooms inside the shelter. What makes it really engaging is that there are no noticeable transitions. You get completely immersed as the character walks from room to room. For this one, make sure you copy the second master prompt and paste it into your text generator. Just like the first one, you don't need to make any changes. Just paste the prompt and hit enter. The AI is going to give you 10 survival scenarios to pick from. In this case, we have hyenas as the animal, location is the savannah, and a luxury bamboo cave shelter. Next, we have tigers in a jungle with an ancient temple, wolves in the snow with an ice crystal shelter, crocodiles in a swamp with submerged ruins, even a Komodo dragon on a tropical island with a coral cave palace. It's up to you to look through the options and decide which one you like. If none of them appeal to you, you can also type in your own scenario. I'm going to go with the wolves. I'll pick that one and let the AI continue from there. Now check this out. The AI has given us a breakdown of the entire process. The first section gives us the character details, the animals, and the setting, essentially the full scenario. Then, when you come down, you have step 1, which covers the chasing, where the wild animals are actually chasing the character. There's an image prompt for that. Then you have the shelter discovery, shelter entry, door closure, and stair descent, all with their corresponding image and video prompts. When you come further down, there's step 2, where the character moves from room to room inside the shelter. You'll notice that the AI has created several unique rooms for this step. For each room, you get 2 image prompts. The first one for the character performing some kind of action inside the room, and the second one which will take the first image as reference and use it to create an image of the character standing at the exit door. Right below the image prompts for each room, you'll notice 2 video prompts as well. I'll show you how you'll use these, but first, let's generate the images. We'll be using Nano Banana Pro ones again, but since this doesn't require any celebrity characters, there's no need to worry about your chosen image and video generators refusing to create them. For the first image, which is the chase scene, just copy the image prompt. Make sure you're on flow. Start a new project and make sure the aspect ratio is set to 9:16. Finally, paste your prompt and let the AI do the magic. As you can see, this first scene looks great, so you can use the character for the next images to maintain consistency. And just like the first style of content, in case you want to change the character into something unique, don't forget to modify the description in the master prompt. For the next scene, I add the image and the corresponding prompt, and the AI will use the character as reference. Looks like this particular shelter is buried underground with some kind of entrance. I'll simply use this new image as reference to generate the next one of the character closing the door behind him. This scene looks great as well, so you can repeat it for the next scene where the character is descending the stairs. Once that's done, it's time to get into the most important parts, which are the individual rooms inside the shelter. For each room, there are going to be two separate image prompts. So for the first room, copy the image 1 prompt and paste it in, making sure you're still using the character as a reference. The first image is that of the character performing some kind of action in the room. In this case, the character is sitting by the fire and the wolves can be seen through the glass roof. We want the second image for that room to keep everything just as it is, except that the character should be standing in front of the exit door at the far end. So to do this, make sure you're using the first image as the reference and then add a second image prompt for that room. One thing you'll notice is that sometimes the second image prompt doesn't get the job done well enough. So another way you can do this is to simply ignore the second image prompt for that room and then type this command, something like zoom in on the door at the far end. Put the character directly in front of the door, facing it. Don't add anything else. I actually recommend doing this instead of using the original second image prompt. It simplifies the whole process and ensures the character is correctly positioned right in front of the door in a close-up image of the character and the door. That zoom is important for the animation transition, as you'll see in a moment. Nano Banana Pro really does a great job keeping both the character and environment consistent. Now let's move to the second room. For room 2, we'll again use the character image for consistency and check out the result. The animals are up at the top and the room itself actually looks really impressive. Now, just like before, add that room image as a reference and use the same simple door-facing prompt that we used for the second image of the first room. Let's see the result. As you can see, the character is now standing facing the door, consistent with everything else. You need to repeat this for every single room that Claude generated. But once you have them all, it's time to actually animate them. I'm going to start with the room transitions, as those are the trickier parts. We'll look at the chase scene later. For the first image in the first room, copy the first video prompt for that room, and then go back to your video generator. Make sure you add the first image of that room as the start frame. That's the image of the character doing something at the center of that room. Then add the second image of the character in the same room, but this time standing at the door. Paste the copied video prompt and wait for the AI to do the rest. You're going to repeat this process for every single room image pair that you generated. Now let's look at the results. We generated a few clips for this transition. This particular clip has the character moving toward the door. The only issue is the fireplace vanishes partway through, which isn't ideal. Fortunately, the second clip handled it better. It looks like the character walked around the fireplace, though they did step on the outer edge of it, which is still a bit close. If you want it to look more natural, you may need to regenerate once or twice. The third clip also has the character walking over the fireplace, but this last option came out nicely. So pick whichever one you prefer. Now to transition from this room to the next room, you'll now use the second image for that room as the start frame and the first image of the next room as the end frame. This way, we can create the illusion that the character actually opened the door to reveal the next room. Now you need to copy the second video prompt for the first room and use that to create the transition. The prompt actually includes negative prompts to avoid things like jump cuts and character teleportation, so the AI will try to follow that. Keep in mind that AI isn't perfect, so it can mess up the results sometimes, but the results should be decent most of the time. Now, check out this clip. The transition is perfect. The character opens the door smoothly, walks through, goes over to a knife, and starts sharpening it. There's no break in the transition at all. The other option also works. The door opens in a different style, and then the character starts sharpening the knife. Both options look great. From here, you need to repeat this process for all the other rooms. So first you use the first generated image of a room as the start frame, and the second one as the end frame. Add the video prompt, and the AI AI generates the character moving from the middle of the room to the door at the back. Then, you use the image of the character standing at the door as the start frame, and the first image of the character in the next room as the end frame. Paste the second video prompt for that room, and the AI will create a very nice transition. The process is quite straightforward. The best part is that in each case, the character actually performs some action that's stated inside the prompt when they enter the room, and there's no noticeable transition as he moves from one room to the other. For this room, it looks like the character is washing their face in some kind of basin, which is pretty cool. So keep this up till you've animated every single room scene. The prompt will give you about 6 rooms, but you can modify it to create as many rooms as you want for your video. Now, before we move on to actually putting everything together, let's quickly animate the beginning scenes. The chasing and shelter discovery scenes are actually quite simple and straightforward. For the chasing scene at the beginning, you can just add a simple prompt like this. You don't need to use an end frame for this one. Looking at the channel we're modeling, they actually don't use an end frame for the chasing scenes at the beginning. So, jump cuts work perfectly fine at this stage. The detailed start and end frame approach is really only needed when the character is transitioning between the rooms inside the shelter. So, for the beginning scenes, you don't even need to use the video prompts at all if you don't want to. Do the same thing for the chase scene, and you get something simple like this. However, in case you want to add a transition from the stairs to the first room, you can use the prompt the AI gives you, but it's not very necessary either. Just make sure the character descending the stairs is set as the start frame and the first room image is set as the end frame. Add a simple statement like, "Man hurriedly descends the stairs into a room," and see what we get. Simple as that. Just like that, you can get all your clips ready for the final compilation. Now, there's something very important that you need to do during the editing stage. Let me show you. First, arrange all your clips according to the flow of the story inside CapCut. If you don't want the sound effects from the clip, feel free to mute them and add your own. But the ones that come with the clips are alright, so I recommend maintaining them. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. It's very important to add a filter that brightens the colors for this niche. That's one of the reasons why videos from these channels are so eye-catching. To do this, go to Filters and look for this one called One Day. If you don't know where to find it, simply go to Movies and it should be right there. Drop it inside the timeline, and as you can see, it amplifies the colors, making them pop. Feel free to adjust the intensity to your preference. You'll actually notice how much difference it makes when I turn the filter off. Or if you fancy a different kind of look, ditch this filter for something else. In case any of the clips feel too slow, you can speed them up a bit, especially for the beginning chase scene. This adds intensity to the movement and gives the sense that the character is really running and panicking. Now, before we export, let's check out the final video.
Subscribe.
This looks good, so we can go ahead and export at any preferred resolution. Now, this niche is still quite new and doesn't have a lot of competition, so there's no perfect time to give it a shot. But if you'd like to check out other niches before you make up your mind, these videos may be right for you. Anyway, thank you, and see you in the next one.